Hello, welcome back once again to Infinite Jeff, the project where I, Jeff, read the book Infinite Jest to you one page at a time, one day at a time. I put it up on YouTube so that you can listen to it. You, Heather, I know you're listening. Hopefully at some point in the future, maybe somebody else will be listening too, but I sincerely appreciate your patronage. Or rather, your matronage? Question mark? But anyway, we're on to page number 271 of this book. And it looks like we're back with more rehab stuff, which is better than the tennis stuff. So, progress. But anyway, this is page 271. Let's do it. Gratitude. Day crosses one leg over the other in a way that inclines his whole little soft body toward her, for which, believe you me, I'm grateful. I cultivate gratitude. That's the part of the system of cliches I'm here to live by. An attitude of gratitude. A grateful drunk will never drink. I know the actual cliche is a grateful heart will never drink. But since organs can't properly be said to imbibe, and I'm still afflicted with just enough self-will to decline to live by utter non sequiturs, as opposed to just good old cliches, I'm taking the liberty of light amendment. He gives with this a look like butter wouldn't melt. Albeit grateful amendment, of course. Charlotte Treat looks over to Gately for some sort of help or staff enforcement of dogma. The poor bitch is clueless. All of them are clueless, still. Gately reminds himself that he too is probably mostly still clueless, still, even after all those hundreds of days. I didn't know that I didn't know is another of the slogans that looks so shallow for a while, and then all of a sudden drops off and deepens like the lobster waters off the North Shore. As Gately fidgets his way through daily AM meditation, he always tries to remind himself daily that this is all an Ennett House residency is supposed to do. Buy these poor yutzes some time, some thin pie slice of abstinent time, till they can start to get a whiff of what's true and deep, almost magic, under the shallow surface of what they're trying to do. I cultivate it assiduously. I do special gratitude exercises at night up there in the room. Gratitude ups, you could call them. Ask Randy over there if I don't do them like clockwork. Diligently. Sedulously? Sedulously? What is that word? Let's look that up. Sedulously. Should have realized that. Adjective of a person or action showing dedication and diligence. Aha. Okay, so doing them as gratitude ups sedulously. Well, it's all true, Treat sniffs about gratitude. Well, everybody else except Greatly, lying on the old other couch opposite them, is ignoring this exchange, watching an old interlace cartridge whose tracking is a little messed up, so that the Statiki stripes eat at the screen's pictures bottom and top. Day is not done talking. Pat M. encourages newer staff to think of residents that they'd like to bludgeon to death as valuable teachers of patience, tolerance, self-discipline, restraint. Day is not done talking. One of the exercises is being grateful that life is so much easier now. I used to think in long, compound sentences with subordinate clauses and even the old polysyllable. Wow, like this book is written? Now I find I needn't. Now I live by the dictates of macrame samplers ordered from the back page ad of an old Reader's Digest or Saturday Evening Post. Easy does it. Remember to remember. But for the grace of capital G God, turn it over. Terse, hard-boiled, monosyllabic. Good old Norman Rockwell, Paul Harvey wisdom. I walk around with my arms out straight in front of me and recite these cliches, in a monotone. No inflection necessary. Could that be one? Could that be added to the cliche pool? No inflection necessary? Too many syllables, probably. Randy Lenz says, I ain't got time for this shit. Poor old Charlotte Treat, all of 9 weeks clean, is trying to look prim. And we end on a hyphen, page 271. And I'm glad we're not talking about tennis. Yeah. So, on that note, I will leave it there. And I hope that your day goes well. And I hope that my day also goes well. Been pretty uneventful so far. So I will leave it there and say that I love you and I appreciate your matronage and that Coliseum looks pretty cool and good night and